Being a woman of achievement for me means that I've done something that maybe someone felt worthy enough to take note of. It's hard on a day-to-day to really see where any impact is being made or where any progress is being made. Um, I just get so caught up in the busyness of things. It's like moving from one thing to the other. So when someone or anyone takes note of that and expresses any kind of recognition for something that I've done, it means a lot, and I appreciate it deeply. There are two answers to that. To the question about instilling or a, a commitment to doing something for the community, I would say my African American Studies professor, Adrienne Last Jones, who was also my mentor when I was in college, it was she who really inspired in me a desire to want to do all that I could do for the community. She inspired me to become an African American Studies major and to appreciate the value and importance of African American history. And though that was some decades ago now, I've always carried that with me. In terms of helping others, I would say, I would answer this question today differently than I would have maybe several years ago, but today I would say my mom. My mom dedicated herself to serving others, her family, her children, her entire life in a way that I didn't understand and appreciate until I lost her. And I look back on not what she said to me, but the example that she set and how she gave so much of herself to help others. And it helps me to better understand the importance of doing that in my own life. Kindness. The older I've gotten, the more important I think kindness has become, and the more I appreciate kindness as a virtue. There's so much suffering in the world on so many different metrics and on so many different scales. I think that we value in this country things like productivity and wealth and fame um, and self-interest. We've lost, and I'm not sure that we've ever had, but it doesn't seem that we value the way we should just kindness to one another. And so I try to reflect kindness. I don't know that I 100% do it, but it's something that I try to show to others, and I try to encourage in others. The best advice I received actually is not something that was directly told to me, it's something that I read. There's this really good book called The Art of Communicating. And in that book, the author talks about how we communicate with ourselves and how we communicate with others. And he talks about these 4 mantras of communication that I think are so central to how we interact with each other and even how we interact with ourselves, so much so that I share this with my students in my mediation class. And those 4 mantras are to tell the truth, be consistent, don't exaggerate, and use peaceful language. And I think those 4 foundations of how we talk to each other really would help if we practice them consistently to help us not just communicate well with each other, but to better understand each other. And I don't reread many books or many sections of books, but that is a section that I try to remind myself of. My children. I have 2 children. They are young adults now. They're both in college. But they, you know, I really, really wanted to be a mom when I became a mom. And I love the 2 of them so deeply it's hard to express. And I've watched them grow from infancy to young adulthood and watched them overcome so many different challenges and hardships that they have had to reach success and to grow into mature, young, and kind young adults. And they make me so proud. So I know I've done other things. I'm a lawyer, I'm a lecturer at the university, and this and that. But at the end of the day, being a wife and being a mother are by far my greatest accomplishments. That is a hard question for me to answer because I feel like even at my age, I'm still learning who I am. There is a part of me that is very bold and out there in terms of the work that I do and the profession that I have. But there is a bigger part of me that is deeply introverted and very cautious of the world and still trying to figure out who I am and even my place in it. And so it's hard for me to say what I would want other people to know about me because I'm still trying to figure out some things about myself. Yes, so I specialize in law and civil rights and human trafficking practice. And so what that looks like are police brutality cases, forced labor, labor trafficking cases, some sex trafficking, a lot of work in civil rights and employment, so that would look like race discrimination and sexual harassment, disability discrimination. Most of my work is by far in civil rights work. I also teach at the university. I teach mediation and civil rights litigation. And I do, as of most recently, quite a bit of workplace investigation work. My name is Nakisha Chaney, and I am a woman of achievement.